Louisiana again on high alert. You got about 36 hours or so to really get yourself and your family ready for this storm.
Residents stocking up on supplies today, bracing for impact. Mandatory evacuations ordered for Grand Isle.
Residents need to take this storm very, very, very seriously. You should be gathering your emergency supplies.
The entire Gulf Coast, including Biloxi, will never forget what happened here 15 years ago with Hurricane Katrina. Local leaders not taking any chances. The mayor of New Orleans issuing a state of emergency. With 20 inches of rain and a life-threatening 11-foot storm surge, the city's levees will be tested. I recently got a first-hand look.
And then there's this wall, new since Katrina, just east of New Orleans, designed to keep any Gulf surge out of the city. It is huge, 26 feet high and nearly 2 miles across.
All right, Rob is in Biloxi tonight, and Rob, we saw what happened there 15 years ago with Katrina. This storm, not at that same category, but this still has the potential to be a significant and dangerous weather event.
It does, Tom. A different storm, but a very similar track to Hurricane Katrina. This one is going to be moving slower on impact. That's going to bring its own set of problems. Right now, about 230 miles from where I stand, here it is on the satellite pictures. Had a hard time getting itself together. That's good. The longer it takes to do that, the weaker it'll be when it comes on shore. Here's the forecast track now with hurricane warnings that are posted from Biloxi all the way to Morgan City, Louisiana. Forecasting for a Cat 1 hurricane making landfall somewhere on around the mouth of the Mississippi tomorrow night, then going over New Orleans and weakening, slowing down though. So that's going to lead to significant storm surge, likely greater than Category 1, 7 to 11 feet, and likely great in the way of rainfall, 15 to 20 inches. That's going to lead to flash flooding. All the while, Hurricane Paulette to hit Bermuda tonight as a Category 2. High impacts there. Less than a day later, Sally comes to this spot. Tom?
Such an active hurricane season this year. All right, Rob, thank you. And as the Gulf Coast braces for a hurricane, the West continues to suffer through a deadly wildfire catastrophe. Take a look at this drone footage from Phoenix, Oregon. Entire neighborhoods incinerated. Nearly 5 million acres have burned in California, Oregon, and Washington state. All that smoke choking residents. A thick haze of smoke, you see it there, swallowing major cities like Seattle. The air quality now the worst in the world. And of course, the human toll. At least 25 are dead and dozens remain unaccounted for. ABC's Will Carr's on the fire line in California.
Tonight, the death toll is rising as record-breaking wildfires rage and hazardous smoke smothers the biggest cities in the West. At least 25 people have been killed across 3 states in the past week, and dozens are still missing. Mary Joyner is fighting back tears as she tells us how her beloved 92-year-old Aunt Violet begged to be rescued from the home they shared in Phoenix, Oregon.
She kept calling me on my cell phone at work, yelling at me to come get her. And I kept trying to tell her, I can't come get you, Annie Vi. They won't let me in. I said, just get the hell out of there.
But the fire spread too fast, destroying hundreds of homes, including Mary's. Her grief unbearable as she heard her aunt's last voicemails.
I just had my son take all those messages off. Every time I close my eyes at night, that's all I hear or see.
Officials in Oregon are warning of a mass fatality incident. The flames have incinerated at least 6 towns.
We are hearing reports that as the winds start to move back on shore, we may have gusting starting this afternoon. We're very worried about that.
Seattle, San Francisco, and Los Angeles are all reporting some of the worst air quality in the world. Check out the view out the window. That thick smoke, it looks like a fog over the beaches in Los Angeles County. At least 100 fires are burning in at least 10 states tonight. The Bobcat fire near Los Angeles today forced new evacuations as President Trump is set to visit the state tomorrow. From the air and on the ground, 16,000 firefighters are battling 29 major fires here, many working non-stop for nearly 2 months. More than 3.3 million acres, roughly the size of Connecticut, have been scorched this year alone, 27 times the amount burned at this time last year. The North Complex fire has killed at least 12 people and damaged or destroyed 2,000 structures.
We are experiencing weather conditions the likes of which we've never experienced in our lifetime.
Back in Oregon tonight, Mary is haunted by the fear that her aunt and her pets did not make it.
I'm hoping the smoke got her, and she just